what are we going to do today, Ashes? Same thing we do every day, Pinky. Try to take over the world. What's going on, everyone? Ashes 101 here. And, yes, we're going to try and take over the world. Well, nay, the galaxy. We're back on Galaxy of 3, and we are up to turn 4, I believe. Let's go for it. Alright, next colony ship is ready, and it does spit it out in the same place. Now, before we move that colony ship, I want to see where we might be moving it to. I want to check out and make sure we're not missing anything else in the Yolia system here. So I think we're going to head up to this star with the survey ship. I know there's capsule down there, but this is more important. We could get a massive strategic advantage here. So I'm going to head... go there. Oops, no, it's a right click, sorry. Do you have any turns left? No, that's all your turns. Alright, we got some space junk over there, which we might pick up on the way down. So it doesn't look like the Yolia have any other habitable planets really close by to them. So I don't know... I think it's still worth moving this guy over there. He's not headed to anything right now, but I think we're going to find something over here that the Yolia would like, and we are going to take that shit. So you should be just automatically building the next colony ship. Yeah. It's taking 32 turns now. I reckon that's because we've taken some of the population away from Earth, so we've got less manufacturing capability. It's down to 5.7, so I think no more rushed colony ships, otherwise there's just going to be no one left on Earth to colonize anywhere else. But we do have this one heading into Mars, and that's a fine name for a planet if ever there was one. So as you can see, it's not going to be incredibly useful to us. You've got the colony capital, and we've just got 4 other tiles. So this is, but what we haven't researched, I gave it away. What we haven't done so far is bother with any kind of research improvements, and that's what Mars is going to be for. So sod factories, sod everything else. We might want it to have a shipyard in the future, but at 120 turns to complete at the moment, not worth it. We're going to go for a research laboratory, another research laboratory. The first one, remember, because we're Terrans, we get for free, so that's rushed, and then it's going to be building another one. And that's going to give us a nice boost to our research capabilities overall. We get a little bit more influence, I think, over that side. It looks like this little bottleneck here has widened a bit, and we have an empire going on. Now, Scout, well, you were headed for this. Only ships with a survey module can survey anomalies. Ah, damn it! I thought the Scouts could do that too. Well, never mind. Never mind. We have uncovered Arkandel 2, which is useless and dead. But you can head up there. Ah, well, just forget your extra move then. It's only got 3 moves. God, this Scout is crap. It can't do anything. Well, we've uncovered Arkandel, but at the moment Arkandel 2 is dead. So we know there's an Arkandel 1 somewhere, at the very least. That could be a useful planet, and you never know. We might be turning this guy around and heading right up there. If we get ourselves like a class 20 or something like that. Our research, we're about... excuse me. Sorry about that. Our research, we're about halfway through with the Universal Translator, 3 turns remaining on that. And we have an idle colony. Why do we have an idle colony? Zwally 2, yeah, because our basic factory, we rushed that, because it was our free first one. So what are we going to go for next? See, now our manufacturing's gone up way more. So it's only going to take 10 turns to complete these basic ones. That shipyard, what was that at? 120 turns or something? That's gone down to 49 now. Much more realistic. But I think with another factory, at only 10 turns, that's good value. And that then is going to give us probably the manufacturing capability to get a shipyard in a realistic time frame. So we're going to leave that going there. And I think that is it for our turn. So let's do that. A minor race has contacted us. He's a good looking fella. Vusaref Derons, blah blah blah. We need the Universal Translator. So we're going to do what we did last time. Smile and nod, smile and nod. Alright, we're not far off. 1 turn remaining. So you remember, it was on 3. Now all of a sudden only 2 turns. 2 turns gone, only 1 turn remaining. I guess it was because our research has gone up. Where does it tell me what our research is? I'm not sure. This could be a good opportunity to check out this one, I think. Govern Civilization. This is a really useful window. So for anyone who's not familiar with the game, bear in mind again, I'm no expert in the intricacies of it all, but you can go into really quite some depth into every individual colony, and then this is a really handy screen where you can manage a lot of what's going on in your empire all in one go. So adjust production spending, for example. So all that spending that we have available, we can gear it more towards research, we can gear it more towards whatever that is, money. We can gear it more towards manufacturing. So if we want to, if we're in a war and we really need to build loads of ships, we could gear all our spending towards manufacturing, get loads of ships really quick and stuff like that. At the minute it's all just balanced, 33% per area, and that is absolutely fine. So it looks like you got a slider here, so you can adjust towards building improvements on your planets, or the manufacturing towards the shipyards to build ships faster. So again, in times of war, that could really come in handy. You can clear it off, and it tells us about our income down here. So we're up from 4 to 5. Woo. Over here, you got a list of your colonies, pretty much in order of importance and size generally. Obviously you can list it by whatever you want, but it tells us all the basic stats here in one place, so we can easily see here what Earth is doing. It's building a basic factory, 5 turns left. Colony ship is that far along, 23 turns left. Zwali 2 is got 9 turns left on the basic factory and it doesn't have a shipyard. And Mars, 23 turns left on the research laboratory, and it is sponsoring Earth's shipyard. So I guess that means it's putting some of its production towards Earth's shipyard. Yeah, because that one's got, look, 3.2 social manufacturing. So that social manufacturing, that's towards building things on the base, military manufacturing, and this one is splitting it 50-50 between building its own shit and building the things on the shipyard. Now that's interesting. So honestly, I would rather it concentrated on building its own research laboratory, because Earth is building another colony ship. I'm not in any great hurry for that right now. So can I adjust that individually? I can give it a manufacturing focus. How do I... Okay, if I double click on it, it takes me to this screen. Govern planet. Direct control. Balance governor, manufacturing governor, builds up direct control. Oh, okay, so you can kind of automate it with a focus on wealth, research, manufacturing. All right, well I'm gonna stick with that. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna stick with that. All right, I don't know how to stop it sponsoring Earth Shipyard. I would rather take that away, if anything. But I guess it's not the end of the world. This is really useful once we get past the early game. You have multiple shipyards, you have different fleets running around, stuff like that. So you can say, like, shipyards, all shipyards building colony ships should, now build warships, for example, or all building this type fighter should build this type fighter. Ships going to this marker should go to this marker instead. You know, planets sponsoring. Oh, hello. Planet sponsoring. Planetary sponsors. Planet sponsoring Sol Shipyard 1 should sponsor no shipyard. Oh, okay. But I can't just tell that one. That's going to tell Earth to stop doing it too. Alright. Trade. We will have trade routes eventually. We research Xeno commerce to get that going on. And the timeline with some fancy graphs and things. Not really interested in that. For now, we have an idle ship. This survey ship. Let's see, where would I go if I was the Yolia? Yeah, it's this one or this one. Do I want to head across here and then sweep up? Because if those two are a bust, that's the next one. So it might be an idea to head down here, pick up that, check that one out, then up there, then up there. I'm going to do that. We do reach the anomaly this turn. Excellent. Debris field, treasury plus 20. I've read that one out before, so we'll leave that. And we have the Tortoon system. Tortoon 1 is dead, but there may be a Tortoon 2 just here, which is rich and ripe for the plucking. So we have some of the gas clouds are... There we go. Different symbols. That looks beautiful. Okay. We're going to carry on moving through there. Is there... Can we get... Yeah, we can get around that gas cloud there. We're going to check this one out. Then we're going to move up there. Possibly swing... We might be able to swing by that one as well. It's going to take a few turns to do, but it might be worth it. And in fact, seeing as the scout is so useless, I think that one we might head up here and across and see who gets to that one first. I know I'm kind of leaving that one, which could be a risk. But GUP 1105, it doesn't really sound like that's going to be a system that's a capital for anyone. So scout, 1, 2, 3. You're going to head up there. Get a coffee again. Oh dear. And we discover Arkandal 3, a class 10. Good planet. Interesting. We only have one colony ship. At the moment, it's on a mission heading across here to steal any planet that the Divine Yolia might want to take. I have the option at this point to divert it straight up to Arkandal 3 and bag ourselves another class 10 planet. That is a bit of a juicy conundrum. Guaranteed goods or follow the strategic advantage? I'm tempted to stick with my plan. I think I'm going to stick with my plan. And that might be a mistake. Some of you might be screaming at your screens, no, get the planet. Class 10, yeah, like it says, it's good. It's not the end of the world. If we don't get it, I would definitely like it. I'm not saying that. But if there's any decent planet around here that I can steal from the Yolia, I want that so bad, because that was, looks like they're my closest neighbor, and if I can have control over them right from the start of the game, that is going to be huge. We can see here as well that the survey ship can see this area, and we have now this kind of line running down the middle here which is greyed out, so that's where we have nobody that can see that far. So the scout here, he can't see this area anymore back here. So that will conceal any enemy movements. Now, you're 23 turns away from a colony ship now. That's pretty good. So production's going back up. Population's recovering. Production 7.3. And we got another factory coming not too far off. So we're going to get another colony ship pretty soon, really. It's not going to be 23 turns away like it says, you know. Once we get the factory, that's going to go down. Born population, that's going to go down. So I reckon this one that's being built, I'm going to take the risk that that one's going to have enough time to get up to Arkandel 3. And we are going to stick with our plan on this one. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I think up there is going to be good. Because we don't know whether we're going to be headed over here or up here somewhere yet. So we're kind of trying to stay in the middle until we know a bit more. I think we moved everyone. All seems good. It says turn, so yeah, let's give it a turn. Alright, turn 6. So, first of all, let's scout a bit. 1, 2, 3, or 1, 2, 3. Well, I'm going to head up to this one next. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, just so we can have a look, and there we go, Arkandel 1 is indeed a dead planet. That's why I went that side of the planet there, because I was hoping just to check out that side of the star, because we knew there was another planet round there. We knew this one had 3 planets, and we'd only seen 2. It's a dead one. So control of Arkandel 3 gives us control of the Arkandel system. We uncover some more asteroids, and I guess we'll be heading this way around to have a look at that star. Next turn. No other ships over there. We've got the colony ship and the survey ship doing our sneaky little plan here. So 1, 2, 3, 4. That's probably a good spot for him to get to. Oh, hello. Yet another race. Tortoon. Is that the guys that talked to us before? It might be, because we might have entered their kind of sphere of influence. I'm tempted to think the Yolia, I can't remember, you know. Anyone who's been watching from the start, we had someone pop up at the very start that we didn't know and we couldn't speak to. It may well have been the Yoli if their sphere of influence was within our sight. And the Tortoon guys, these were the ones that came up before, weren't they? And they're building a work camp. That doesn't sound very pleasant, does it? So they've got a shipyard, and what are they building? They're not building any ships. Great, that's good news. That's building a Leaf M1. We don't know what a Leaf is. Is that a colony ship? They don't have anywhere to go that we know of. But we also... What is that? Artifact. Alright, okay. I thought for a minute maybe... Ooh, zoomed out too far there. I thought maybe for a minute it was one of their scout ships or something, but we haven't seen any ships from anyone yet. Teffelhund. I don't remember seeing that before. Well, it's dead anyway. Okay, so we have uncovered another system. There is no habitable planets there, though. That's got a class 0 dead. So next turn you'll be headed up here, and we're going to check out this system. The colony ship, we know we're not headed over there now, so if anything we're headed directly for this one, or possibly this one. So we want to go 1, 2, that's in the way. Can we go through it? Or do we have to go around it? 1, 2, 3, 4, that's going to put us there. 1, 2, 3, 4, that's a good spot. Straight for that one, but also straight for that one. That's lovely, and that's a good move. Okay. Everything else, I think, is just going on nicely. Research. Universal Translator is done. Intense study of the fragments of alien text and speech has allowed us to create a universal translator that will let us communicate with any new races we come across. Unlocks cultural forum and open borders. Allow each other's ships to pass through your respective territories without diplomatic penalty. And leads to diplomatic specialization. Okay, great. So now we can talk to other races, basically. Now, we need to get that Xenofax... Was it 2 or 3? Xenofax 2, I think. Planetary Improvement, that leads to Planetary Specialization. And that is going to be, I believe... Tech Tree. That's what we need to see. Here we go. This is more like the old one that I was used to. So, let's check we're doing the right one here. we need atmospheric cleansing. Allow settlement on radioactive worlds. That's what we want to get to Xenophax. And it's pretty far along that old tech tree. Okay. Extreme colonization. Environmental engineering. Alright, so before we pump too much of our research into it, let's have a look and see what we get. Gives us Xeno Farm. I think that gives us good population growth. Yeah, increases population growth. So that's good. We're happy to go for that anyway. Alright. Planetary Specialization. Oh, it looks like that just gives us that. So that's not something we actually have to research. And then we would need to go down to Environmental Engineering. Improves adjacency terrain effects. Allows soil enhancement. Then we'd need to go to Extreme Colonization. Then we'd need to go Atmospheric Cleansing. I think these rounded ones are not ones we need to do. It's just giving us kind of titles. Alright, so we're going to go for Planetary Improvement. It only takes 4 turns instead of the initial 6 it did at the start of the game. For 4 turns, let's do that. Alright, exciting stuff. Things are coming together in the early game. I feel strong. We feel strong. I think that's going to do it for this episode, guys. Another turn is going to take us into too long an episode for my liking. So I hope you enjoyed. If you did, leave a like, and I will see you all next time.